Today we had a trip out. We wanted to go to two charity shops, but first I went to a shoe shop and I got Crocs for the garden, €8. I wanted a dark colour. I just said to the lady, any dark colour, because I use these in the garden. We went into was from the Malcolm Cat Sanctuary, which is where our cat Fossil comes from. So we knew that was going to be very good stuff and would help the local cats in the Malcolm Cat Sanctuary. And I have linked below some videos to do with the Malcolm Cat Sanctuary if you're not familiar with it. But we've got this drainer, plate drainer, and this is basically for our guests that use the outside cooking, the cookout outside accommodation, and this goes on our sink outside. And we swapped this for a traditional drainer that we did have because it's been much easier to clean. So the one that's currently out there will now go into our 4-person accommodation, which includes an indoor kitchen. In the Malcolm Cat Sanctuary charity shop, Mike's been looking for new wine glasses because with his shaking problem he does knock over or drops wine glasses. We've had a lot of breakages so far, so we were on the lookout for some more wine glasses with a wide bottom base. He saw these, and when I pick one up to look, you have to be careful with old glasses if they're cloudy. When I picked these up to look, I noticed they were actually the ones that you use around swimming pools. They are not glass. And this was a set of 6. I think it was €3 or €4 for the set of 6. It was €4 because 2 of them actually have some markings on. So we probably won't use those. But then I worked out that the 4 good ones, that meant €1 for each one. Now, when we first came to Cyprus, these sort of poolside glasses were quite a new thing in Cyprus and they were very expensive. So that will suit us. Mike can knock them over as much as he likes. We can also use them poolside. Never use actual glass for guests or friends or yourself when sitting in the pool. If you drop a glass into the pool, you can imagine the expense of totally emptying the pool and starting again. Saw this adorable basket. Now it's actually extremely strong. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it was only €3. It's quite deep, quite tall. It's the sort of thing I think if you did knitting, you would put all your yarn in, something like that. It will go in my room. As yet, I don't know what, but for €3 for such a strong basket, I couldn't not buy that. You could put a plant in it. I don't know. Look out for further explanation when I actually end up using it. Our cats do sleep in these kind of baskets. It's a little deep for that, for them getting in and out, but I'm pretty sure I'll include a clip here of Fossil where she's been lately, and you'll see there is a good chance the cats might even use it. My aim of going into the charity shop was actually to see if I could get any cross stitch kits or anything like that. And I suddenly found this box underneath all the shelves. And I thought, oh, this looks like kind of stitchy things. Let's rummage through here. I haven't been through it all. Let me see if I can show you. She's packed it all up and sealed it nicely for me when we bought it. But let's see if I can show you what I found. First of all, I found this. Now these are called bobbins in cross stitch, maybe in embroidery too, and I do make these out of Christmas cards and birthday cards for my thread. This is how I store my thread. And there was a whole pack of them here. So I said to her, how much are these? Obviously worth buying these. And she said, oh no, this whole box is €2. I was like, I don't know if I want all this stuff in here. So I had a quick rummage. Let's see if I can show you what I saw then. I saw this pack of needles and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll have those. And then I started to rummage further and I found this, not entirely sure what it is. If you know, let me know. This bit on the end, like, I don't know what this is for. And I thought this could possibly be binding for the edge of cross stitch when you've made a piece. Maybe you can fold it over and use it for binding. And then Mike said, well, she said €2 the whole box, Dawn. Just buy the whole box and have fun going through it. So I will do that, whether I put it at the end of this video or another one, but I will go through it and see what else there is in the box. Okay, let's go through the rest of the stuff I bought first before I do that. I always look at books. I don't buy story books. I like books about things, or as you saw my last haul, do look at that, my first charity shop haul, and you'll see I've got some embroidery books. But I saw this. I'm always looking for Greek language books, and this is a workbook. Now I love workbooks. I do love workbooks. So I thought I would buy this. I will have more fun testing myself, if you like, with workbooks. It's a very thick book. As you can see, I asked how much this was. There was a sign Mike said that said 50 cents all books. I said to her, yes, but what about this big one? And she said 50 cents all books. So that was a really good bargain. And also this one. So this goes with it. And I'm going to have fun just doing that rather than just learning a language. Sometimes it's good to do a workbook and test yourself. So I will enjoy doing those. This is level 3. It says, who knows what level 3 is. If you learn languages, you'll know there's things like A1, B2, B3. So level 3, who knows what that is. But whether it's below me or not, it would be a good test and maybe fix some basic mistakes. Came across these. These were €3. Now, I don't buy second-hand shoes, more for the fact than anything else is with foot problems anyway. I don't recommend buying second-hand shoes. When someone's worn shoes, they wear certain parts down depending on how your foot lies. So for me, it's, or anyone else really, I wouldn't ever advise buying second-hand shoes. But as I say, these were €3, but would you not agree they are brand new? So whether someone gifted them, whether they're too soft, whether it's not the style of the person who had them, these are definitely not worn. And this is a way to test if it's good. You can also tell discoloration inside if someone's worn the shoe before or not. So they feel quite soft. Either they're just like going out and about when you just run into the shops or that kind of thing. They do feel quite thick. So I thought these would be good. I couldn't pass that up. Best buy of all. Now you probably won't know what these are. I'm a dancer. These are street dance shoes, split sole. You might not understand what anything of that is. You cannot wear these outside. They are totally flexible, as in you can bend them in half. And I will give you an idea of what these are retailed at. You can see the brand here if you know dance shoes. They are Block. It's not a style of shoes of dance wear that I would normally buy. They're normally very expensive and not as brilliant as other types of shoes. But these are good for me for exercise when I go down my dance studio. And when you see how much they normally retail at, these are pretty much brand new. I would say someone's maybe worn them once. They had to probably buy them to do a display or something like that, or could have been pre-pandemic and then they never went again, or their dance school closed, something like that. But these are barely worn. So when I exercise down the studio, these are perfect for that kind of thing. So I'll slip in the retail price. And funny enough, we went to the post office today, and at the post office was this dancewear catalogue. And this is the company I used to always order from when I ran dance schools. There's my address there if you want to send me anything. Just don't put the stage school name, just the rest of that. Basically, we haven't had a catalogue from them since we stopped the dance school, but then obviously the pandemic came anyway, so I'm thinking obviously they weren't producing catalogues because all around the world schools shut. This is an international dancewear company. It is based in England, but they do ship to Europe and all around the world as well. Quite good prices, but you have to be picky, and I will look in there and see if I can find these and tell you what the price is. So funny, this arrived at the same time. I will enjoy looking through here, but obviously not ordering from there now. Sadly, I've flicked through, and this is a catalogue just of showwear and outfits, not the one that's leotards, tights, dance shoes, etc. So you can have a quick look through of the sort of outfits there are. They are reasonable if you buy performance dancewear, particularly you Americans pay a lot of money for these kind of things. For example, this one's €50. That is a lot for English dance schools to pay, but I know Americans can pay hundreds of dollars for a basic outfit. So let's see, this one for example, this is €50 as well. Gives you a bit of a idea of price. And they do from tiny tots right through to adults and large adults. So I think I might go online, look at that dance shoe company of those shoes. This one's €40. Yes, I'll go to that company and see if I can insert in at the end of this video the price of those shoes to tell you what a bargain I had. So I've just looked these up. The first site I looked up, these are €79.99, and that does not include shipping. So for my €4, I think that's awesome. Okay, so let's look through this box, see what I've got for €2. If you've watched all my videos lately, you'll see I'm thinking about doing almost like an applique collage type thing in the future, which is where you add bits of material to make a scene, such as trees, mountains, sea, this kind of thing, with different materials, and then embroider around it to attach it, and maybe embroider things onto it, like swans and leaves of the tree, this kind of thing. So all these fancy bits of material, I wouldn't have bought them, but I can use them. As I say, let me know if you know what this is for. It's almost like from a blind, one panel off a blind. It's quite stiff. Let me know if you know what that is. That does remind me of something when you have those blinds. I showed you these, the bobbins. Showed you the bobbins. There's quite a few there. I showed you the needles. There's a safety pin as well in there. Bit of thread. So we have these kind of materials. We have a white one and a pink one. Of course, I can use them. I wouldn't have bought them. Some of you crafters out there who think these are awesome. So if you've got ideas for these, let me know. They're a bit plasticky. They're plasticky, not materially. What else is there? There's a bit of material here. This is quite long. I won't unravel it all, but it's quite long. I'm sure I can make this into something. It's very long. Could almost make a headband type scarf out of that. What else have we got here? Ooh, there's a little box here. Oh, it's got all sorts in. It's got all sorts in. This is an investigation in itself. I have two ideas for anything I don't want or can't use. And the two ways are, one, to put in a box and give back to a charity shop, because I know a lot of crafters will look through some of this stuff and think it's absolute treasure, but it's not the sort of crafts I use. My other thing I was saying to Mike that I do is I box some of these things up, and when I go geocaching, if you don't know what that is, I've got a whole video talking about geocaching. It's basically walks where you go to a location and you see a location on your map and you have to walk to there, and then some of them you find treasure boxes, and they're all different sized treasure boxes with many things in, and they say if you want to take something out, put something else in. So I walk to those with a bag full of sort of compartments like this, full of all sorts of things, and then people into crafting will take them. So there seems to be a lot of buttons in here. There's pins, there's bits and pieces. There's one bead. Now, I used to do all the time I was at the Caribbean islands, different islands. These are hair beads, sequin things. Don't know what this is. Make a good doorknob. I don't know what that is. Something. There's some sort of pins here. Don't know what they are. All sorts of things. Most of this doesn't interest me. Little thing, I think you put your keys on there. So those. If anyone is interested in any of these sort of things I've got that I don't want, as they're quite small, if you're interested in them, I'm happy to post them to you. So let me know if you're interested in anything. Bit of fur. Sponge ball, which I would assume is something that England does, Red Nose Day. I'm not interested in that. If you want to be a clown, good luck. And I only said that because I saw this one, which is exactly the same thing. I might put these in with my fancy dress that I'm selling. I've got masks, so I might just add these in with my masks that I'm selling. We have this. I'm not quite sure what this is about. Looks like you can hang it up. Okay, maybe you put like nice smelling things in the bottom. I don't know. That, we call it that. We have a hairnet, random hairnet. Okay, we have this. If you can identify any of this, do let me know. It's almost like a weaving thing. One of my friends has done a video on making like weaving with wool things. It's almost like some, not pom-pom, but I don't know. I'm going to say it might be some weaving thing. Tell me if you know what it is. We have this. We have this. Probably someone's going, oh, I want one of those. Tell me what any of these are. We have a bag of more things. These look like feet. Feet of something, but they're random. You've got a smallie, a medium, and this is one, I think. I don't know what they are. They're probably something treasure to many. To show Mike, he might know what some of these things are. We have this. It's a trim. Obviously, this is a trim. This possibly could be used in embroidery somewhere. Lace trim. A lace. Now Mike's got a whole bag of laces, so I might give that to him. Some laces he keeps for shoes, some we use for tying up plants. Oh, there is a pair of that, so I'll give these to Mike. He can put in his lace box. He's always breaking his shoelaces. So yeah, Mike can have those. Treasure for Mike. We have, this has got a funny end to it. I've got two of these. These look like they possibly do up. What's this for, guys? This thing. Oh, we have another one. These are probably something really good. If only I knew what it was. So there's a pair of those. That tells me it could be for shoes. Who knows? Now we have more laces. Mike's going to have all those. It's not a random box. No wonder she gave it away for €2. I'm pretty sure I haven't got €2 worth out of this box. There's more laces. No, we have a red one of these. They look like they would do up. So tell me what they are. Oh, I did see this in the shop when I was quickly looking through the box before Mike said just buy it. It says button markers. Then you've got measure this side centimetres. Measure this side, it says inches. And then this is an angle of 45° meters. I'm not sure about that. And the button markers are 2 holes. So that's obviously the distance apart. It looks like you might be able to move this bit, I'm not sure. So obviously that's for positioning buttons on things. I don't do that sort of sewing these days, so that's no use to me. We have a bag of little beads. I've got so many beads. So many beads. I think I'll just probably throw those in with my beads. I'm not really of the ability to sew tiny things like this anymore. If anyone wants beads, I've got a whole stash of those. We've got more beads. More beads. We've got, oh, this is a bit of Velcro. We do have a box of Velcro, so that will go in there. What else we got? This, that's a zip. It's a zip of some sort. Looks like maybe a zip where you put on, say, a bag that you want to padlock, maybe. Yes, luggage company. That's exactly what it is. Well done, me. Don't want that. Oh, this looks like tailor's chalk. I will use that. Don't know what you are. Don't know what you are. It's quite heavy. Maybe there's more to this. Who knows? Oh, handy. Always needed this. It's a little trowel. My big sister used to collect these sort of things. I don't remember hair like that. It looks like the hair's been added on because I used to have fluffy hair. I did find a white bit of fluffy hair at the beginning of this, didn't I? Maybe that's his original hair. Now he's gone with this sort of hair. We've got, oh my goodness, what is this for? might have more idea. It looks like kind of an Allen key, but with a screwy bit, with a wing nut, is that called? And this, maybe it holds something, maybe to the side of a table. Do you just love it when I don't know what I'm talking about? I'm going to do a video soon. I want Mike to get some tools out and me to guess what they are and what they're for. So this is a good example of how it's going to go. I would say that clamps something, but you can wind it up and down. So who knows? We've got a bit of cord. So yeah, you can use that maybe in embroidery. I think I'm going to start a box of bits of tape for embroidery. We have a flower with a bit of ribbon, so straight away you could just use that as is in embroidery. That would look quite pretty, so I'll keep that. Oh, I know what these are. These are for curtains. I think we've got a box of these kind of things for curtains. So I'll sort all those out of there. Oh, we have this. Guess what this is? I'm thinking that might go with that other thing. That other thing, maybe. This looks more like what you'd get in a kitchen gadget, like a mixer, food processor or something. I don't know. Again, please help me if you know. I'm going to put all these weird things together. They might go together, they might not. I don't think this goes with them, but I don't know. Let's put weird stuff there. We have a little paper bag. Let's open that up. More tailor's chalk in there. So I've got another bit of that. You know what this means? I can buy some more storage containers, which I love so much, and start sorting all this tat out. And we've got this. I'm not sure what that does. Let's put it down so you can see it in its entirety. It's joined. It's attached. What is this? What is that? There. We've got, that looks like a hair curler gone wrong. I don't know what this is. Almost looks like something out of an inhaler. I don't know. Okay, tell me what these things are, because I could throw away something that you would really like. So if you want any of this, tell me what it is, and say the blue thing. Don't tell me what it's called, because I don't know. We have this. This feels strange. What is this? Does this go with something? Arena. No idea what you are. It's quite heavy. It's not quite plasticky. I don't know. That. It's like buying a mystery box. Oh, this is good. More needles. I'm always using Mike's needles, so I'm going to make my own little needle pack. 12 for household use. I don't think there's 12 in there anymore, but they're fine. We have a roll of something. I think it might be sticky back or something. I'll have to investigate that. We have a tape measure, always useful. Very old that looks. That looks like my mum's one. That was so old. Very old tape measure, so that's useful. We have, looks like more material. Ooh, looks like this has been made into something. What is this? Almost like a peg bag. No, it goes on and on and on. Let's turn it the right way round. So this is from the front. I'm not quite sure what this is or what it's for. Crafters, tell me what you think this was being made into. No idea. As I say, it just goes straight down now, on and on and on. Then we have, oh, more stuff. More stuff. This says lens something something. Ah, it says cover glass against direct sunlight. Does that help you? Tell me what this is. Cover lens against direct sunlight. Almost like a magnifying glass holder. Who knows? Thing with these kind of things is you don't know what they are, what goes together, what is just old, or what is a part someone's lost and needs. So help me on any of this stuff. We have one button sorted. Sorted, one button. Excellent, good sorting. We have, oh, two buttons sorted. Well done. Now we have this. Now this looks a little bit like a darning mushroom, I think they're called. I think part of it's missing. I think my mum had a really huge pink sort of one like this, and the bottom used to put your needles and darning needles in, and the bottom used to screw on, so you kept your darning needles. I'm going to say it's meant to be that because it's nice and smooth. You pull your socks over in the old days and darn the heel. I'm going to guess it's that. What do you think? We have a tube of nothing. What did this say was in it? Because that might help me with something. No, wash. It says wash. 6p each. So this stuff was originally from England. It's just an empty tube. We have, this looks like when you wallpaper, like you do a strip of this either around the ceiling or halfway around the room. I'm going to say it's that. We have two of these, which I'm going to say, tell me if I'm wrong, a huge busted underwire of a lady's bra. They are enormous. That's what I think they are, the underwires of a huge lady's bra. I don't need those. We have more, this is cord, more cord. We have more laces, so Mike can have those, helpful. Most of these are black. We have, obviously this person didn't like to throw things away. This feels leathery, and it's got a little stud there, whether it would be for holding a clutch bag and then attach the other bit maybe to your bag, something like that, because it's got a natural bend there. I don't know. We have more laces. I would assume a pair of laces is probably 50 cents, something like that, I'm guessing. So, all right, I've got my money back easily, I would say. Oh, I did see this when I first looked in the shop. Cotton, grey cotton. So I did see that. This, I think is, oh, that could be more tailor's chalk. Feels a little bit waxy, actually. That's more waxy. Let me know what that is. I'm not very good knowing what things are, these kind of things. We have this, again, to me, that's weird. It's some sort of grid, obviously. Tell me what this is for. Maybe, I know a lot of people for cross stitch actually do like a running stitch to mark out the grid to count cross stitch, the squares. I never do that. I just visually count how many stitches till next stitch. Maybe that's a grid for that, for a certain size Ada or Ada. We have more fake flowers. We have a thimble, plastic thimble. We have two of these. Do these go with something of this stuff? Maybe you mark out distance of something with these buttons again, or something else, I don't know. We have a marble. Of course, you all want a marble in your stitching stuff. Yeah, I'll show you close up because I know people collect marbles and could probably tell me if that's an old marble or a newer marble. Hey, that's worth €2. Got my money back there. Oh, another marble. I'll show you close up again. So there. We have another button. There's a lot in here. We have, I think, are these sequins? Like clear sequins. I don't know how well you can see those. Like clear sequins. We have lots of mini safety pins. I'm going to have a good time sorting and finding homes for this. We have another little bead in here. I won't get it out because the cats. We have like a hook and eye, but just the hook. Don't think the eye gets there. Might be in the box loose. Yes, there's something in the corner here loose. No. Oh, that's the back of an earring. I can use that. I've just lost the back of one of my earrings, so if it fits, lovely. There's another safety pin in the corner. As I say, lots of these curtains. More needles. What does this say? Sewing needles to self-threading. I don't know what that means. Self-threading. Does that mean you can just push them on and then they clip in? Ooh, that could be good. Another one of these black things. So I've got 3 of those so far. Ooh, we have this. This says, does it say anything? It has a code number on it. I don't know what this is for. It just has a code on it. I'll show you that in case you know anything. Don't know what that is. Circles. Sizing something. Distancing something. Who knows? We have a box of safety pins, always useful. I think there's only safety pins in there. We have wedding bells or anniversary bells. We have, it says, the matchless packet of needles contain a useful assortment for household needs. Machine stuck, made in England. See if any's in there. Quite a few in there, so just on the needle side of things. If any of you buy needles, can you tell me how much needles cost? I don't know if they're much at all. I'll be interested to know how much needles cost. We have a box here of things. Again, more cord. Oh, this has got a knobbly thing on the end. This is like a toggle, maybe you'd put around your hood or something. Oh, it's got one bit. Some sort of buckle thing. So I'd say toggles, I would call this box mostly. There's a little belt buckle with a clip on, but a belt buckle. Nothing too interesting for me in there. Well, that one's really heavy. I'm not sure that's a toggle. This feels like stone. Oh, tell me what that is. Interesting. Oh, this is from a light switch, electric light switch, like in a bathroom. Okay, so that's in those. I like the box though of that. Very nice. That looks very old, that box. Beautiful. And then the last thing is this box. Got no idea what's in it, but the box is pretty. Please be something fab. Oh, maybe not. So we have a, I think that, yes, that's an earring. And then lots of these curtain things. A little bell. Bit of blue tack, of course. Different sort of hook there. Just some different hooks, but basically that's all it contains. So do you think this was worth €2? For me, not sure. If I can figure out what some of these things are, I wouldn't have bought any of this material. Of course, the needles, that's why I want to know how much the needles are, because I was thinking about getting some needles for myself. So the needles for me, cotton's always useful. All the tailor chalk, how much is that? I'm not sure. I got some recently, it was really cheap. More needles. More needles. As I say, I don't know what all these things are, if they're of use. But for me, the thing was, which I can't find now, there is a lot of tat here. Oh, more needles. More needles. More tailor chalk because it's there. But for me, these were good, saved me making more of my own. So do you think this was worth €2? Personally, I've given €2 to charity and I've got stuff back for it. Yes, I suppose things like safety pins, tape measure, Mike will use all the shoelaces eventually. Saves buying them. Oh, and of course he was worth the €2, was he not? But yes, guys, please tell me what any of this stuff is. As I say, if anything, as I've shown it, I've said I'm not interested in and you want it, then just contact me. I don't need curtain hooks, I don't need toggles. If you want me to just make you a box up of odds and ends, I mean some stuff in here, then I will gladly do that. So I hope you enjoyed my charity shop haul, and I will link below the previous one. Look out for that and tell me what you are currently crafting. What do you think was my best buy in the charity shop today? See you next time.